all the way to the final for Big, but a very different team, very different stakes, and a very different phase as well coming in from the one you just saw back in Austin. Brokey back on the menu here, Harry, and I think a lot of excitement on how he's going to perform, whether he's going to be refreshed coming into a new season with his potential career or at least contract on the line over the next few months.
I'm hoping for a Brokey renaissance. I want to see him come back because, you know, like when you think about how Brokey likes to play, his whole style, he was, let's say, not risk averse. He quite liked towing that line between, you know, the wildest possible play and what was right. And more often than not, he'd lean into the wild side. He liked to be aggressive. He liked to go for his no-scopes. He was a very exciting AWPer to watch when he was in his element. But towards the tail end of FaZe, those same things that made him so interesting ended up kind of being his big downfall.
Well, it wouldn't be a big pistol round on the T side without everyone having a grenade. 4 players ready to throw in utility as Big clear bomb site. FaZe playing standard, playing pretty safe from the get-go. We've got Elige back at the long side, 3 CTs in position, Rain in the pit holding it down as Big look to pop in.
Oh, good flash, but they swing out yet. They send out QB. Well, the rest of Big try and get out over here towards Arch, but it's not gone swimmingly. Brokey deals with that lurk, and Carrigan going 1-for-1 over in the spawn.
It's trapped.
Gives Frozen the timing. He now knows.
Oh.
It's a good clear from Crimbo. 2 in the pistol already, and that's that B site opened up. FaZe trying to rotate over quickly. Oh, that's a little bit awkward for Elige. Him and Brokey line up, and JDC collects the double. Big gonna try and stick the landing in this pistol. They've just got Rain to beat. He's charging at them. Spots both players, knows where they are. But this has got to be real clean from Rain. They're counting down. Are they gonna swing this together? Yes, they will. And so Big pull up with a pistol round locked in, considering how it kind of all starts. They go down 3v4 on that route in through the spawn. Could have got real wild for him.
Yeah, nice big 3K from Crimbo, though, coming in hot here to Cologne. I mean, safe to say, if Big were ever going to make a dent in the play-in, if they were ever going to break their streak of falling early in this tournament, you've got to have a great tournament from Crimbo. And, you know, he was meant to be the next star of Germany, touted as the next big thing, but we never really saw him kick off. I think he had a quick rise, and then he plateaued pretty early on in his career in the Big jersey. But we know his potential. We know what he can give us. Maybe it could be here on home soil. FaZe force up. 3 MP9s. And just blocking this B bomb site, hoping Big go into this stack on the short side. And they may get what they bargained for. Or short smoke is not what FaZe wants. But they can just come through. Live and die on this corner. FaZe explode.
They make their play. Big were always suspicious, though it felt a little too quiet. Still, with that smoke blowing open, Rain's able to dart through, finds himself 2. Big try to link back up with JDC. He was holding down the top of Banana. It's only Frozen to get past, and they will. Carrigan tries to force the fight. Oh. Feeling a little desperate there, wanted to be that second player to trade off of Frozen's contact, and he ends up feeding JDC a second kill on his entry into that site. And so Big will stick the landing on this conversion. Something I think that does, you know, bode well for Big is kind of tied to this fall from grace you've seen from this team. And that's like, you know, they've ended up in this kind of world of Counter-Strike where they have to play a mixture of the online stuff, and then sure, you know, you'll see them at the, you know, the big ESL events like Melbourne, here in Cologne in the play-in. But they pad it out a lot with a hell of a lot of play because they've started to kind of slip into the realms away from tier 1.
Yeah, they at least felt like, a guarantee for those majors, right, over so long. And for a while they were, but now missing Austin. Last time they missed one was Paris, but otherwise Big have been a shoe-in to majors.
But, the thing that's been good, at least in my mind, for them kind of having played so much on the run-up throughout this year, I was speaking to Tabson about it, is, he was saying, yeah, we're playing a hell of a lot. It feels like we're playing at a lot of tournaments. And I guess on one end, that can feel a little bit exhausting. But if you think back to, the best time of Big, sure, it was also online, but they were playing a hell of a lot of Counter-Strike back then, too. Yeah. And I think it did a lot to keep them very locked in instead of these kind of one-and-done appearances every couple of months from Big.
Well, all those games are practice for a tournament like Cologne. For FaZe, they have to prove they're worthy of stage 2. Insane statement. But still a FaZe under question right now. Yet to see a buy round. Just, again, continually blocking this B bomb site. Big, if they want to rush it, can break the smoke, but known to be methodical is this team. They're in no hurry. Reblock ready for Frozen. Big go back. Yet again, leaving JDC and Banana like they did previous round. That saved them previous round, just having JDC in position so they could go back and join him on a late B hit. So it's important control to have, but Big look like they want to fully adopt this A attack. Library along smokes in. Big get ready to go.
A good deal of pace on this. FaZe readying themselves. They have 2 players in the site, 1 down in the pit. Some nice crossfires to try and establish here. As Brokey opens, Elige is supposed to be up next. He will convert, and in comes the rest of FaZe Clan to help him in this goal. Elige doesn't have to be the one-man army here, will finish the job, but buys just enough time for the rest of FaZe to get there and lend that helping hand.
And FaZe starts sooner than the regularly scheduled programming. They're in on the 3rd round with a pickup. That's a huge victory. A lot of money in the coffers, and FaZe got to be feeling fantastic after that one, as Big are drawn into question early in this game. Have to take a week bye, have to suffer their fate. Big round from Elige down in the pit. And one thing that was good about Brokey is statistically, this was always a pretty good map for him. Despite it being, we often say, not an AWPer's dream, especially on that T side. And he would at times fall into the rifle, as many AWPers do, but still on the CT side, he actually was pretty strong at finding openers here. We'll have to wait for later. FaZe's massacre Banana. That's 3 kills from Carrigan in the blink of an eye.
That's a dream round, man. If you're Carrigan, you've run through Banana Smoke. They're coming through yours right as you get there. Just a big clump.
I like that word, clump.
And he spams on into it. Now, I'm curious if Carrigan's going to say anything to Big in German. He likes to do that whenever they match up. Carrigan, a man of many talents. Learned in English, Danish, and German. Probably more. Those are the 3 I know. So just a nice put down of that attempt to come up fast through Banana. That was Big throwing everything into this round. They're down to an eco in the next. And so FaZe have successfully kind of taken early control over Inferno. And you would kind of, we've been talking about FaZe a little bit and like how we want to see where they're at. And obviously like it feels weird with the whole Brokey out for the major, back in now. And Simple returned, but man, I don't know.
I don't hate them.
For the rest of FaZe, what I'll say is like, sure, I think Brokey, having been in like a bit waning form anyway, 2 months on the bench, weird situation, he is a bit of an uncertainty in this. But for the rest of FaZe at the major, at least from the kind of culture within the team, it felt like it got back to the FaZe you were used to seeing, right? You had the Carrigan shit talk at his opponents. They're getting hyped up. They're getting loud. FaZe for the longest time throughout, you know, the rest of the year, it felt a little bit sad watching them. Like the magic, the spark was gone, you know? And I feel like we very much got to see some of that return in Austin. And so if that can get passed down the line and Brokey can enjoy that nice vibe as well, FaZe do get a lot more exciting, because felt like Carrigan lost some confidence.
For now, just Glocks, and FaZe should run over this. So Big will squeeze every morsel out of the round, wait out the util, bleed the clock, and then just probably pop out of these apartments. Seemingly some positional changes as well on the CT side for FaZe. Carrigan moving off of the rotation side on A and helping out on B here with Frozen. A Liege back on A side. FaZe trying to find comfort in this new team. I say new team, old team. Old and new.
It's got that lovely old new team smell. And my God, Ray!
Oh, dirty.
That's lovely.
Something borrowed, something blue. Big blue in the face after that one.
That's an old school spray, man. That's wild.
Yeah, CSGO spray right there.
Oh,
lovely stuff
thing
from
of
Ray.
beauty. Kind of wish it wasn't just up against pistols.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that in a gun round though, which is a bit too dry. All right, FaZe with a sip of success. 3 rounds in a row off of their eco victory. Got Big coming back up Banana. Brokey considering both options, but still on a rifle. Rain making a play is going to be cordoned off. He still gets out though. There's no punishment here. Hangs around to drop a grenade. Parting gift onto QB. There's Big wait for a reaction in Banana, and fair enough. We've seen an aggressive Banana hold here from FaZe so far, but they're playing safe inside of B. Flash ready for Frozen. Ooh, a bit of a miss, Nate. Carrigan will not cancel. He still wants his control. Retaking it at a minute mark is going to waste Big's time. They might want to go through this smoke with that flashbang. Carrigan prepared against his other captain. 2 kills coming on this B bomb site. FaZe rock solid defense. They get out like a bandit.
Shot the Frozen got sounded gnarly as well. We saw it from Carrigan's POV.
On the jump.
Catching them on the jump over the half wall.
Ouch.
And so brutalized at Banana again. That's the story for Big here. They just can't get away with this control.
They're not even getting into position to run executes, right? That's both times they've gone into Banana with rifles. They've been just mowed down. This seemingly standard control, hard to come by for Big. Execute finally comes in a 3-on-5.
Into this triple setup as well. It's not going to get easier for Big. They will batten down the hatches, getting past Carrigan. Okay. Follow up on a Frozen.
Yeah.
Crimbo's got the ball rolling here. They're going to get that bomb planted. Will Brokey play his hand? His teammates arrive now up through Banana, and he chases down that last man.
Nice move from Brokey, because he almost ran through that smoke after his 2 teammates died, but that's exactly how you lose that round. If you offer up a 3rd kill on B with no trade potential when your team just get wiped in a 2-on-5, that's how Big win the round. 2v2, they take post plants, and we know how favored it is on this B bomb site. So Brokey holds off, waits for Rain, who's already on a fast flank. Rain 10-1 right now. Sure, 4 eco kills, but I forgive him. And Brokey plays off his teammates. So FaZe get that retake under wraps, despite a nice try from Big to make a mountain out of a molehill. Pause comes out for Big. Heard that pre-game interview for Scrunk. I kind of liked it. You may view it as defeatist perhaps, but I think it was just more realistic than anything. Saying yeah, obviously this is a tournament, we're here to win. Everything you've been saying, Harry. But at the same time, aware that this is a very difficult side of the bracket, a very difficult opening matchup. And as long as they feel like they got to play their game and get away with some rounds and make some dents in this matchup, they're going to be confident about still going through potentially in the lower bracket. Because I do think, yeah, you look at, despite where FaZe are at right now, Big are obviously big underdogs in this matchup, and they're aware of that. So let's see if they can find their comfort across this BO3. It's their map pick. That was a close round in a 2v5. But we need a little bit more. Brokey's orb comes out here. And because of FaZe's aggression, Big are so tentative on this T side. Scared of the apps push, scared of the Banana take. They're in no rush. And it does look like it's going to be an apps collapse. Jumping into pit with these second mid smokes. You've got to get through this double setup in apartments first. Oh no.
Rain misses. Oh, Brokey misses rather. Rain still going to hit his.
Brokey flicked for the other player. Good nade. Oh.
Just going to fall shy of Crimbo. I mean, with Rain out of the round, this guy's been hitting very, very hard. FaZe going to have to do it without him.
Brokey dropped the orb.
Watched him before this series, warming up a lot with the rifle. And so let's see if it's paid off. Just the one and done for Brokey. That's Tabson on the scavenged orb out of the apartments.
Oh, dear.
Elige is going to fall as well. Big breakthrough. And now they've got this orb in the post plant, positioned down in the pit. Tabson's going to have to roll back the years and show some of that AWPing talent, leaving it just on Frozen to clutch up. Crimbo in this close angle, and a tag from Tabson. There's nowhere for Frozen to go. Not a round that Big was supposed to win, but they break through. And just the one and done from Brokey down in the pit. That AWP dropped over and gained by Tabson in the apartments.
Yeah, felt like Elige who needed more from the bomb side, right? Yeah, that AWP getting given over certainly does no favors to FaZe, but Elige with a low player in front of him falls off that box, gets caught off, and Tabson just a crazy peek to swing out a pit, but Crimbo does it with him, and it's a full house from that too to find Big another round, and that was with low buy as well. Not an ideal round to lose for FaZe, but they have money to talk about. And as FaZe take Banana, Big beckon them in. They want to try and stop them. Throwing these nades at bottom B to set hyped up. Oh dear, reflash is good for Frozen. Big are locked out of this position.
It's really rough, man, because JDC is someone who you can get great mileage from, you know, kind of later in the round on these plays out towards B. You'd already seen that right off the top of this game, the value when he gets this position. But he's never given the room to go and grab it. It feels like FaZe are always looking for that first kill on JDC to kind of shape this B hold. And even in this round, it's still just Frozen on this side of the map. That's allowed a bit of a heavier lean back towards A. But it's Carrigan in the kill feed first. And you know that that means he made his way over. Left that B site high and dry and just in the hands of one player. So Big are going to slow it down a little bit now. Might look to react to this info and go back into the B play. And if they do that, they play right into FaZe's hands.
Reaggression coming in. No flash from Elige. So they just go in dry, catching Tabson by surprise, throwing grenades. Now they hard rotate out. Rain down in the pit, 11-2, looking to win this round on his own. One kill's enough. Bomb's just going to make it down here for Big as FaZe close the net, coming from both sides of spawn and mid. Hyped has to pick one out of the picture. Crimbo's taking space. Hype gets caught on the corner. Back out he goes. Big given a chance. A layered setup as FaZe come in. This is going to be hard.
Hyped is lucky to still be alive. But Crimbo, providing Overwatch, has his back, and now it's just Brokey. 1 versus 2 to find, and Brokey can't catch a break. They'll swing in together. A hell of a round from Crimbo, closing that out for Big in style, turning that one on its head. Crimbo stakes his claim to the game at 12-4. He's leveling up.
Yeah. Big 3K in the pistol, wins that 2v5, or wins that, you know, full house round with Tabson on the A site with 3. And then comes up with a 4K in that buy. Very good start to this game for Crimbo. It felt like Big lost their economy early. Felt like it would have been easy to see FaZe run over this game. Well, now it's neck and neck.
Dude, that's, you know, that's a very defining round from Crimbo. It's both a wild turnaround. It's kind of let them wrestle for control over this game. That's a round that was rapidly getting out of control. And it's one where if he's, you know, half a second slower on the kills that he gets, it doesn't happen. It doesn't come through. Rain is able to delay them till there's 4 seconds left on that bomb, left on the timer rather. And so that plant has half a second left to go down. It's very thin margins for Crimbo, but he feels safe operating within them. I mean, that was like just a very sick round of Counter-Strike, everything about it. There was some great reactions in there from FaZe. I think that only strengthens the individual case for what Crimbo just brought to the table, because I feel like the CT side played it so well. They were very active.
This is a brawl right now. Everyone here on both sides, and again, Carrigan just makes his claim down Banana. 2.5. Cuba gets dinked through that smoke. That is a good trade for FaZe, and they got a bait and switch setup as well. Will Frozen be ready? Or will they be ready for Frozen? Brokey fires off his orb, looks for one more. Smoke comes down. He's already been cornered. And now Frozen, surprise, surprise, inside of the smoke. Pre-fired, gets his easy kill. And just being here is enough, you feel like, to win the round. A rotate's come in and Hyped is boxed. Loving how aggressive we're seeing Carrigan in the Banana right now.
Ooh, it's a wild shot, and he will survive.
Nah, not like this, right?
Gonna try the follow-up on a Frozen, but he's getting boxed in, and there's Rain with the backstab.
Ooh.
Frozen just wasting time.
A little too close for comfort. But that's how many Carrigan multi-kills have we had to open up these Banana fights? He's been on the ball.
I mean, it's clear they know what they're up against. They know that Big are trying to get JDC in this position so much. It's been the go-to at the start of every one of these rounds. They don't feel like they can go slow on this part of the map, right? They want to try and actually punish FaZe for this Banana control at some point, but that hasn't happened.
I feel like if I'm Big, I'm really annoyed at the rounds that FaZe are doing it, though, because the rounds we see Big like completely give it up, set Hyped with the orb, or wait outside Banana to retake it. FaZe are playing in the bomb site. They're sitting there with a wealth of nades, and then the rounds that Big go, okay, screw it, they're not playing Banana, let's get a bit more aggressive, play off of spawns. That's when FaZe are flashing Carrigan in, Frozen swinging with him, they're looking for openers. I feel like Big have caught the wrong tempo in these Banana fights. So FaZe making some heads-up plays here. Has again sunk Big's battleship. Last buy here before things go very wrong on the half. If FaZe win this, we could be looking at an 8-4 CT side. Big backup Banana. Look at that one grenade. Done 100 plus. 130 damage. And oh, Hyped would have had it there. But the flash pushes him off. And FaZe pepper their shots through the smoke.
I mean,
Punish.
It's starting to feel so restricted for Big. They just have like no purchase on this map. They can't win this Banana fight. This is arguably the best looking round they've had at Banana. Oof. And even then, that's saying something. They're very, very wounded and they don't have the control. They just haven't died yet.
I mean, the amount of times FaZe are also running around this quarter without flashes, you know, when they run out, like they just got away with it again. Hyped missed shot. Player gets back out Banana.
And this is why I think the map's starting to feel very restricted, is neither of these players that are playing on the extremities can really find anything. You have Kyubi over in the apartments who's 0-3 in opening duels, yet to get a kill. He's now started to get some assistance from Crimbo more and more in these last few rounds. They're funneling more players with JDC up through Banana, who's having a similar drought of any type of success over there. And between the two of them, they're both 0-3 in these opening duels.
Big are fishing for a pick, but FaZe have already picked their destination. They picked their setup. They are playing triple short side with this apps pick combo. Big have to go into it.
Brokey on the line. Oh, that was nearly one hell of a lineup, but they will start to filter around through short.
Bloodbath.
Very prepared for this. A FaZe clan, Rain caught, but they're not ready for a liege. There's the support from Brokey.
No time.
Just trying to buy time, deny that plant, and there isn't time in it for Big. They need this kill, they need it now. And Brokey will take it to the clock.
My God.
It gets down to the wire. Big do well to even make that achievable. But time is their enemy there.
It's a little scary. The long players are swinging out there. They're trying to just get the kills and stop a plant, save Brokey's life. But if they die and Brokey got spammed, that would have been Big's round. Again, the margins on these rounds are insanely tight. But FaZe get away with it. There was only 1 second left when they got that double on long from Crimbo. And again, he's putting up a lot of impact, a lot of damage, but the clock runs thin for Big. Missed shot again from Hyped. He's full blind in middle. Carrigan drops out under. He's just having a field day right now, taking them out the back and shooting them in the head. Big put down on this T side. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. 4v2. Karrigan's running down middle.
You know, some IGLs are there to kind of like reel in their team and make sure everyone's playing it safe and secure. But I think if you're FaZe and you've just seen Karrigan straight cannonball down through mid at the start of the round, into the drop, get away with the double, you're all feeling pretty spurred on right now. And I think that's reflected in how FaZe have played. It's been a very decisive, quick game where in the few instances they kind of have made the wrong read, the wrong reaction. They end up making it right, if that makes sense. You know, one of the rounds that springs to mind is they like over-rotated into B, but the instant reaction when they get there with 3 players was to aggro down Banana, take all the space away, and then you're instantly flanking mid. And so for Big, they're in this situation where it feels like they can't even get the standard control. They can't get Banana, they can't get the apartments, they're struggling to get out top mid. For FaZe, it's a super fluid, very direct CT side that they're playing. And so these squads kind of in polar opposite positions right now. Big have to sit back and save these guns. And that's the best they can hope for.
And Karrigan has 4 multi-kill rounds, and all of them are 1 rounds here for FaZe.
They're also all opening kills. He's undefeated in these opening fights. They literally haven't killed Karrigan when he's gone for one of these aggro pushes yet.
2 heavy Banana fights, 1 late round, and then that mid push there have just netted Karrigan double or triple kills. And look at him go. I mean, he also screwed it up a little bit. He got stuck on the movement, still dropped in for the kill, and took 1 more with him. Before all is said and done, FaZe are there to support him every step of the way. Frozen dodged that flash. Yeah, Big having trouble here, just stabilizing. 1 final chance to throw something at FaZe and see if they can catch him off guard. Hype going full up Banana with the orb. They've already crossed out into the corner. He knows it, and they will give it away. Hype needs his kill. He's missed some shots so far. He'll hit that one, but not the kill. Karrigan can't get out finally. The punish comes in, but the nade damage is significant.
It's the very first opening death for Karrigan. And only the 2nd opening kill in this T side for Big. They've got to do something with it. To do that, though, they've got to break through Frozen. His teammates start to pour in. And you'd like to think that Frozen's done enough. Elige walks it over the line. And FaZe dominate Big to open up this CT side of Inferno.
They look like they can go on forever. And it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon. Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
so saucy.
So creamy.
You were talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
Molotoving, I'm blind.
I'll peek, I'm dead.
Nading.
Rotate to B, rotate to B. 4 maybe.
They molot themselves, they molot themselves.
We're coming to B.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm walk rotating. Do you block them B?
Yes.
Runes already. I smoked
Only one smoke, one
I'm
smoke.
taking a risk, I'm going to boiler. Watch out, B pop.
Nail one.
B pop one.
I'm going through.
One more first.
Oh, B as well.
In pool,
Pool
both.
one.
Nice.
Nice!
Good shit.
Damn, bro, Carrigan been hitting the caffeine or something. He is fired up right now, and with good reason. The game that he's been playing in that first half was stellar, and FaZe come out with one hell of a lead. Moving on to the T side of Inferno now, it's big on the back foot. Most of their success was found early on the back of that pistol round, and that's now what they rely upon if they want to recover in this map. It's a nice opening out of Kyubi. There's the support from Tabson. Bit tenuous there, but it's, well, it's not that fine, actually. He will fall up in the apartments. That's opened up the route to the A play. But it's Crimbo, nearly 20 kills deep, armed with dual Berettas, that could try and stop this. They'll cross past him. Crimbo backs up. This is going to concede a plant. But when he hears that bomb go down, he knows he has a 1v1 open. Wasn't allowed to close the distance. Oh, that's clean from Crimbo. Can he finish the job? Yeah. Frozen, iced out. It's Crimbo collecting in that clutch. 1v2. And he continues to top the charts for big. There's not been much going right for the German squad. But if Crimbo can keep playing like this, maybe there's still hope.
Crimbo slice, very nice. And yeah, Tabson's got to be thankful. I can't believe he gets a re-peek in apartments after they go into a 2-on-2. He had an easy chance to leave. He kind of threw Crimbo under the bus there. And this guy drives through. Double with the Julies. Saves the day for big. They needed that pistol, as you say. FaZe on the force up. They get 2 AK-47s. 2 AKs dropped by Brokey and Carrigan. You don't see this every day. Can they put these guns to use? No armor means Carrigan is dead instantly, and Galil actually rears its head first. Big don't know about the big weapons on the other side. FaZe are gonna catch him off guard. Tabson and Crimbo, again, back to Banana, side by side, looking like they want to re-peek here. It's just a setup, though. A Molotov would really disrupt if FaZe want to announce their presence here. 4 players just creeping around the corner, hyped, getting in on the scout. Good timing, drops 1 AK. Nade is going to be big. Tabson just turns them into mulch, and big, don't worry. They get huge upgrades in that second round as they try and fight back against FaZe. Now we've got a game. FaZe are going to have to do it on the T side. And with no freebies coming their way. It's a full deco.
Damn. When do you ever see the full deco play? The 5 deegs?
Surely someone's going to die
respect
mid.
it, dude. Someone's going to get a kill. There's got to be one cool deeg shot hit in this round. And Rain thinks he's the guy. Let's see. He's walking up in a top mid. Alicia's also here. It's 2 players who certainly can wield the deagle, but I'm going to give Rain the edge. Let's see. Oh my god, he's got space. Rain has space. Sees one. Deeg primed. Oh, there's the kill. Rain's going to open. Now he takes even more away. Out towards the spawn. JDC will put him down. First Deeg gone. There's more where that came from, Big.
He got his, Harry. He got his.
He did get his.
Now
Rain
everyone
is
needs
in the clear.
theirs. Yeah. Everyone else needs one. Simple. Careful, Big. Re-pushing mid. They just get info. That's it.
Carrigan, get yours.
Oh, Brokey
just got his. Ooh, it's getting real tough for Carrigan to get his, though.
Back to B. I like it, though. There's only one player here. It's Tabson with grenades. Oh, a lead. He wants his.
Oh, that could be yours.
Oh god, Brokey, well that's fine. He did take one. Frozen looks for another. No rotation. Frozen hoping he can bait them over. Carrigan can't find a single kill. And Crimbo holds on to middle. So it's gone from good to bad, very quick for FaZe. Getting through this mid hold is going to be an impossibility. Frozen not only needs his, he needs Alesia's, he needs Carrigan's. He started onto Crimbo.
Go on, do it again. Do it again, Frozen. There's one more guy here. Oh my god. He was able to adjust, but couldn't get the shot off in time. QB will keep it contained.
Not a reassuring
and
kill.
that there is, problem, big problem for FaZe. Not everyone got theirs, Hugo.
No, really.
And that is the rule of Counter-Strike.
You can point it to 2 players who kind of let the team down in a way, Harry. 3 players got kills, 2 players didn't get kills. It's kind of as simple as that on a deco. Unwinnable. Full fight now for FaZe. Big have got hyped on his AWP. He was very slow to start this game though. And he's gonna be slower. Tagged early. Does pick Brokey through the smoke, but Elijah runs up middle and finds an early kill. 4v4 here. Bit of chaos in middle. Banana owned by FaZe in the meantime.
Oh, a bit of re-aggression from Big. Carrigan, in the meantime, is trying to crack open this B site, and even now, doesn't get the kill, sure, but that puts a lot of pressure on him. Big have to rotate a second player back to B.
This is scary.
Hype's also pretty wounded here, so even this fight down through middle as he plays for that info is far from safe. It's a necessity, though, for Big. They feel like they're flying blind in this round with very little idea as to where FaZe are ending up. There's the attempt at an info play, and Elige will punish it. When that AWP looked down mid, Hyped saw nothing. And so as Crimbo went into that fight, wasn't ready for that many players peeking him. Can Hyped hold on? Set up with JDC in the site. Now the AWP is the only thing that remains, and it's just going to make out with that 1 kill.
FaZe masters in those positions, not overswinging the AWP, waiting for Rain to come and join them before anyone really commits into the AWP. And they're able to find him for a good price. 2 will do. And that is a save for Tabson. Low from that early skirmish with Carrigan. FaZe thrive in the chaos. And just like you said, that lack of info from the Hyped AWP, really unfortunate. Because FaZe just pop out mid when Big think it's completely clear. Albeit still a close round, but one that FaZe will take the cake in. Don't think they'll be saving that AWP either on this T side, especially not with Big's economy in tatters here. They've got one more buy. Even just from the early eye test, it does feel like we're getting, more investments and more options for investments with this little bit more money. It's not like it game changing in a huge way. But I've heard some players already talk about how, you'll think they're lower money than they are a lot of the time, and suddenly they come out with an M4 when they have no right to. And Big take a very conservative approach here, going for an eco, getting some deagles, bit of Kevlar, but looking to buy in the next. Damage is the goal here for Big. Playing very weak on this B-bomb site so far on the CT side. Once FaZe figured that out, could come at an awful time for Big. Many rounds just had one player here.
And even now, this is just FaZe kind of puffing their chest out, hoping that they can force a reaction out of Big. Ooh, Rain discovers this double mid setup. But it's a tricky prospect for him to go and fight that, so 4v4 might be the best case for FaZe. A Big start to rotate away. And bringing almost everyone around towards this B site. The JDC Deagle does 99 damage. Frozen getting out with 1 HP. FaZe do have this site control. Bomb only just getting planted now, though. Big have had plenty of time to arrive.
Flood it.
Make life tricky for FaZe in this post plant. It's Tabson's double that changes the tide. And Frozen tagged up earlier on, trading places in this smoke out of the spawn. Can they finish the job on Frozen?
He's going back, he's read it, but Rain draws him in with attention. This is winnable for Rain and Rain alone. Then he springs the trap. Frozen with 2 more. Looks for 4 to win this round out. The reload in the face of the defuse as QB just sits on the site hoping for the swing. He gets it, but it's too late. And Rain and Frozen pick up that post plant with no support.
That is just a wild clutch. Rain to tee him up for it. Brings the attention of him in at the top of Banana, and then Frozen at 1 health, 1 HP the entire time in that post plant.
And QB was going back to check it. He was going to consider that play, but then Rain gets a kill and he has to help his team out. This kill was a perfect timing to turn QB round. Gives Frozen 2 kills. Give him a pat on the back, because that's a 10th round for FaZe, dodging the eco win from Big. But ultimately, Big's goal was damage, and yeah, it hurts when you have a 4v2 that winnable, but they essentially got their goal. They got damage, they made money, and now they can capitalize. But it's now or never here for Big on the CT side.
Back 10 for Elige. And fast routing out through mid. It's Big's aggression. Catches your eye. They're 3 strong over towards Banana, trying to push down, but that smoke break. That's an opening for Brokey. Punish was found. Big at least able to keep things even in this 4v4. But that's a bit of an awkward miss for Hyped. You're not going to get many chances like that on the AWP. Just a walk up, a stroll through Banana for Carrigan. And a missed shot that could have turned the tide of this round. FaZe are going to look to regroup. They've spotted that AWP over towards B. That kind of holds the promise of a 3-man start there, especially with the Banana aggression. And JDC in the kill feed earlier, so regrouping for this A hit. 1 more man left to get past. They can't quite find him. JDC just gets here with seconds to spare.
Oh, dude.
Leaves it in this 1v1. Frozen is not missing a beat, and it's Hyped. He's up against that AWP on long angles, going to get smoked off over here at Moto.
Oh, is it good smoke? It might bloom out, but Hype tries to find a gap on the edge of it, and it's perfect. Frozen just getting that bomb on the site. Stuck now. Sees the gap.
Hype started this round missing that sitter on Carrigan in at Banana. And this is where he kind of has to redeem himself. If Big want to stay alive in Inferno, Frozen!
He's on it.
Crossed out! And crossed off, another clutch for him as FaZe sprint towards this finish line.
Dude, Frozen is closing rounds right now for FaZe, and he is looking good while doing it. Decisive move into the apartments to get that bomb back and take back site. Perfect position on his low health against the AWP.
I mean, that's back-to-back low HP clutches from Frozen.
Yeah.
1 health in the B site, 1v3. 20 points of health there for that 1v2.
And Big are broken now. Staring death in the face on their map pick. It was Carrigan's multi-kills to open up this game. It might just be Frozen's to close them. And Big again go back to this 4-1. And the craziest part of all of this is FaZe are barely hitting this B-bomb site. They don't even really know how free it's been. They don't really care. They're doing this the hard way. Relying on the mid rounds. Relying on these clutch moments. That's the FaZe way. Another execute or nades thrown towards A, but it does look like FaZe are going to crawl up Banana late in the round here. Big have a crunch on middle. If FaZe take eyes off this position, Big could flank early. Rain finds a very uncomfortable QB who has no right to be alive, but it doesn't matter because FaZe is just going to hit this B bomb site. Oh, especially with that kill. Nothing stopping him now. 2 more for Rain. Through the smoke, Crimbo finds a double, but winning this round is a far cry from reality here. FaZe put that plant in.
JDC trying to come through, but there's eyeballs looking at this smoke, and so there's no path back into the round for him. Frozen there to close it again, and FaZe with many a chance to get Inferno over and done with, and to do so pretty decisively as well. I think the scoreline making this up to be a closer game than it is, right? That was both pistol rounds for Big. They stick the landing on the conversions. That's 5 free rounds they were able to pick up on the back of success in those pistols.
Yeah, FaZe won 1 eco in the first half, right, on that 3rd round to break the conversions, but ultimately Big still got 5 free rounds, quote unquote, right? Frozen with an opener as they nade the smoke. Catches hyped, playing middle wide. And so, yeah, when you take away those 5 rounds, Big don't have a lot to show for this map. An empty CT side since the guns have come through.
No, I mean, there's a world where kind of the 15 rounds of play outside of like the pistol and the consequences on the back of it, FaZe take 13 of them.
Yeah. 5v4 doesn't make things any easier. All the while, Crimbo's still 22 and 12, and like he won them most of their rounds. It's gonna feel hard for Crimbo, but no one's up to the level right now, and FaZe are playing a great game down the line because, again, we've hyped up Karrigan's doubles, we've hyped up Frozen's closes. Rain's also 20 and 9, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, he started the game like 11 and 1 or something like that.
True. Oh,
that's really clean.
Peace out.
And I mean, this just feels like a formality now for FaZe. They've hit the B site. They actually have the B site, but they're still going to play through into A.
Oh, they see both.
Go into the SMGs. They know they're both here. This is actually pretty awkward for FaZe.
And they're rotating B. Have they realized? I think JDC is hanging on because there's no plant on B. B's been lost for so long. JDC realizing, but Rain is looking for this kill. Shadow advantage. Pack this one up on Big's map pick as FaZe sit in a 3-on-1 against the bottom performer.
And QB knocked out. It is a clean finish from FaZe on Inferno. Barely breaking a sweat in the rifle rounds. They rise to the occasion here and they open up convincingly in map 1 at Cologne. Now we go to Ancient. It's their pick up next. FaZe looking for the win over Big to open up their play-in run.
One more short and long.
Long.
Tarek.
Pop it dead.
Tie dead.
One more long
dead.
still.
Short and short.
And short.
Hide.
One
long.
here.
Long dead. Crush.
Nice! Good shit.
Fucking good calls, guys.
Insane, boys.
Good fucking.
We don't need a fucking buy, man. We get fucking pistols and we fucking winning, man.
Good fucking shit, man. 2B.
I'm checking this.
Dodging a bit.
Molo. Dead bomb.
Push down mid.
I need to fight.
What?
Two in.
I'm
Coming
waiting
in.
up. I'm
Halfway
here
in.
planting. Hide. Just hide. Wait tight.
Right.
Bomb is down.
We're double flanking here.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Keep
Planting.
rushing, banana.
Planting in the smoke.
Landing now.
I'm running.
I can flash over.
Cool dead.
I flashed over. I
Banana
flashed
smoke.
over.
Chill, guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Sorry, David.
I can't hide there, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Did you get molly?
Short
more.
I'm front, David.
I'm gonna be somewhere long.
More short.
Two
Close.
more front defaults. 4 seconds. They can't plant. They can't plant.
No time, guys.
1 HP.
No time.
No.
Fine.
Nice.
Careful,
good.
careful, guys. They make good shot on me, honestly.
I'm CD.
Default plant.
So
Chill now.
Default plant.
City out. You have it, nice.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm wondering why you guys are celebrating, man.
Because I don't have any fucking, I didn't hit the zone.
Elige, FaZe, a lot of eyes on FaZe at all times. Elige, let's talk about that reintegration of Brokey.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had like a ton of time going into this, and also we had the map pool change that happened pretty quickly. But I think that we're just trying to start it off completely new. We're calling him Helvis now. It's not Brokey, so we got a new member, Helvis, on the squad.
So he's pretty much been reborn, is what you're saying.
Exactly. I mean, have you seen him? He looks like he's like 5 years younger. He looks great.
Yeah. Do you think, not to go too far down the rabbit hole, but what do you think are some of the big differences of playing along Sasha versus playing with Brokey back in the lineup?
Well, I think that operas are always going to be like very talkative and like macro oriented. But I think Sasha directs a lot more, I'd say. So I think that we have to be a little bit more talkative ourselves as riflers, and picking up like the just trying to like make things connect a bit more. I mean, it's not like a knack or anything. It's just I think that Sasha's just a very, very talkative person. He's always has something to say, and he's always giving his input. Brokey as well, but
It's just a difference of approaches of operas, and it's shooter preference because that's how that works. Let's talk about FaZe Clan. You leave Austin, we get away from the major. You've had this little bit of time. What did you guys do with all that time?
Well, I think that most of the guys, they all went on break. For me personally, I stayed home. It was nice just, staying, at my home, just being with my family, with my dog, able to actually play during the break as well. So, like, not going into the season completely fresh, because that's what I did for the Christmas break going in, because obviously, going to see family and everything like that. So being able to just, like, play the game was really nice for me.
And the last question I've got for you is along the lines of FaZe. What do you think it takes to get FaZe in the Lanxess?
I think that we got to start off as strong as we can. I think that every single game can be hard. I think that we need to just take it game by game, keep fighting to the very end, show good comms from the very beginning, and just keep it going like that.
You've won in the Lanxess before, isn't that right?
I have, a long time ago.
Does it feel different now?
I mean, it is different now. Everything is a lot more difficult. I think that all the teams are really strong, and we're obviously coming in a little bit differently from when I, played in the Lanxess back then and we won. So yeah, gonna have to be really strong from now on.
Thank you, Elige. You can sit on the wall. That's easy.
And I would argue that was a strong start still. At certain moments in the beginning of the game, it was a bit back and forth, maybe not as clean as you would have liked, but overall, winning your opponent's map pick 13-7, that must be considered a success.
This is Big Clan on LAN right now. I don't know if this is strong enough of a showing for FaZe, because they showed a lot of the same elements that we saw earlier in the year, where they were having kind of ups and downs. And, we can't take anything away. Their run at the major was pretty good. Like, they did have some sort of resilience to make it through and win some games, but the same types of mistakes that we saw there, I'm still seeing the same thing. I don't think it got worked out. I don't think Brokey coming back in here, there's like a full mental reset. We saw some good rounds, some good moments from all sorts of players. We saw some double swings coming from Kerrigan and Frozen together at Banana, but there's also some weird things happening.
I mean, it's easy to look at the scoreboard. You win 13-7, it's your opponent's map pick, but you find a way to still be critical of FaZe Clan. Show me exactly what you mean by that.
All right, going into round 2 then. This is after they lose pistol round, and one of the things I want to point out is that they are going to do an A stack here on lane, and as that's happening, we're going to see a rotation around. It was Kerrigan, dropped an extra smoke. He rotated it over. They get blocked at B, so what's going to happen is Big Clan's going to move all the way back to A, and I'm actually thinking, wow, okay, FaZe is doing a setup, they're holding it together, they're waiting, they're patient, they're not, overcommitting, and here's kind of where this mid-execute comes from Big Clan. They're using the molly to lock off long, and the smoke to block off short, and this is not really a normal setup that teams do. Usually they attack short side, but here, it's a good coordinated fight from the side of FaZe. They smoke off mid and they flash and push through together, and then we see this rotation. Now, this is where I want to slow things down and point things out, because right now we've got the rotation coming in from Kerrigan, and if you pay attention, it's actually a flash that Frozen has. He's got that in his inventory still. And he could easily drop this back to Kerrigan as Kerrigan's rotating in, and then Kerrigan can flash him through the smoke. But instead of doing that, what we see is the classic FaZe clan of, I'm just going to run through the smoke and take these fights, and then after I die, it's your turn to do it right after that. And what we're seeing from Big Clan here is pretty good, moments to move in together, make sure that they're covering the smoke, push through, and all these things. But this is a 4 versus 3 for FaZe. Now, one thing that I can point out is the Galil and the MP9 that get saved, actually, they use this to win the next round in an A stack, and Big walk into it, and then FaZe bring it back from 0-2 down all the way down up to 4-2. But then it's from that moment on that things get a little bit messy, a little bit back and forth before FaZe finally do their breakthrough and make it all the way. So yeah, I mean, we're seeing some kind of glimpses of FaZe doing things well, and we've always seen that. The problem is they'll follow up something that they do well with something that they just do really poorly. And this right here, running through that smoke, I'm sorry, but that's just poor.
Listen, I like your angle right here, because it's easy to, again, look at the scoreboard, you think to yourself, FaZe is winning, but it's against Big Clan, and I sense you holding them up to a higher standard, right? Yes, FaZe are going to win against Big. Individually speaking, the players will transform to be much, much better on the server. We saw Frozen play well, we saw Rain having a fantastic start to the game, but individuals only get you thus far, Yes, against Big, that's going to work out, but what you showed me right here and what we saw a couple of times in the game again from FaZe Clan, that will be punished whenever they face stronger opponents.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Hyped is missing a lot of his op shots. He's getting a lot of opportunities. It's falling really just narrowly short. I mean, Crimbo feels like it's the Frozen of Big Clan right now with how well he's playing. But on the other side, you've got Rain, who's playing really well. Frozen's playing really well. They've hit some nasty sprays, some 4Ks. I saw Kerrigan and Frozen getting some, sweep ups on that banana area as well, double peeking, swinging together with a flash and mowing them down over at that area. But when I see kind of like the individual moments, that's never really the question for me from the side of FaZe, right? I'm never sitting there like, is so-and-so like good enough, or are they going to show up? It's do they show up when it matters, and do they do it together? And then when they actually get themselves into a winning position, do they give that away by running through a smoke when they have numbers? Or I think I might have been not paying attention properly, but that voice comm where we heard Rain's like, I'm going to take a risky play and push into Boiler, and I'm looking at the radar, he's alone on A and his teammates are stacked on B. I'm like, all right, well, I mean,
he wasn't lying,
but he wasn't lying. But it's like, I mean, it's a guy, at least he's calming what he's doing, but it's like, what are his teammates across the map going to do? Like, no, don't. Like, we're holding a B stack. Like,
but do you think that's the right approach, right? Because Rain has been one of the players that, when you look from an individual point of view, he has been struggling a little bit. Obviously, since Elise came in, he's had to change roles here and there, but this game he was off to a strong start. He had a great showing, and as you said, there was this voice clip where he clearly showed that he has confidence in making risky plays. My question is, yes, you can do that against Big Clan, but it'll be punished when you face good teams, no?
Look, Rain's a great player, and he's always taken these duels, and he's not afraid to take them. The confidence has always been there. The problem is, it's when these players need to know when it's their turn and when it's not their turn. And, we're going to see Liquid playing later on. I think Naf has kind of been under that spotlight as well of, is someone kind of like losing confidence or not? When you look at these players and we look at a player like Rain, they're never afraid to take a duel. The problem is sometimes they choose to take a duel at a bad time. And in Counter-Strike, you're going to take a fight. It's up to you with how you want to do that fight. When, where, do you want to use util? Do you want to do it dry? Those are the things that you choose to do, but you're going to take a fight. It's up to you whether or not you're going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this fight. I'm going to wait for my teammates to take next contact, and then I'll go again. Or, you can hide completely like Caserado did earlier today, where his teammates dying from window at B site on Dust 2. Or you could just, play with a little bit more discipline.
I need you to be straight to the point and fast here, Josh. Do you think there's any way that we see this match going into a third map, considering we have Ancient coming up?
I hope not. I think it goes to the way of FaZe right now, because the way that they're playing, I think that it's just they won their opponent's map pick of Inferno.
Yeah, it seems unlikely that we're going to see a third map, but we'll have to find out. We jump to a quick break, but once we're back, it's going to be with FaZe taking on Big Clan on Ancient.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter. Right, that. That's the shot. Forgot my keys. I'll cover you. Flashback. Oh my, what the Don't worry, Bob. I got your back.
Here at Face It, we try our hardest to get you the best POVs. Faceit.com/watch.
It's cool. Stay comfy. Stay comfy. Because I just want to play. I want to play a game with you. I want to play rank the baldies because we've seen a new bald baddie enter the chat over the break. How would you rank Apex's baldness on? Obviously you're up there with a 10. You got the likes of Grim, Crims, Forest. Like, where does he rank in that?
What are we ranking exactly?
Just how much of a bald baddie he is.
I mean, he's up there. It looks good. It looks good, but he didn't go all the way. It's more of like a very close buzz. Yeah. But it still looks really good. I think I'd say 8 out of 10. You could still get those 2 extra notches, just a little bit more.
What's it like to maintain baldness? Are you shaving a lot? Do you have to moisturize? Like, do you put an SPF on there?
I mean, it's not like there's like a guide you get as soon as you decide to do it or anything. So I'm just kind of freestyling it. I do it like every 2 days. It only takes like 5 minutes. It takes like as long as it took for me to do my hair. So it's not really that much maintenance at all.
That sounds pretty easy. Final thoughts. Obviously, everyone's talking about Overpass being back. I hear there's a lot of I'm not going to use the word fights, but maybe I'll insinuate that there's a lot of A-site players on your team. Where are you sitting?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of role conflicts, that's for sure. So, I mean, it's definitely a battle, but I mean, it's a hot topic spot. We'll see how it goes.
Did you get the position you wanted on Overpass at the moment?
I mean, that would be kind of a spoiler, wouldn't it be?
Okay, we'll have to wait and see the game. Fair enough, Elise. You can't blame me for trying. Thank you so much. Good luck.
What you doing, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's good to be in Cologne. And I'm setting up we're doing SSC right now, and I'm just setting up my settings.
What other games you got in here? I'm taking a look. You got some Elden Ring, Dragon Ball, Sicario. Dude, you're liking all of these kind of, I can't think of the word. What's the game? Souls-like. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Elden Ring I enjoyed a lot, and Dragon Ball is like childhood for me, And
I think I've seen people playing that one. Like, it's kind of, it's weird. It's like third person, but is that the one, right? Like, you have to fight your way up through everyone. Okay.
Exactly, it is, yeah. But mainly, obviously, I'm playing Counter-Strike, and
that goes without saying, bro. Come on, you don't have to clarify that.
So sometimes, when I have time, I also play Rematch. This game came out. I don't know if you know it. It's like
is this the football one?
Yeah, it's the soccer game. Yeah, and yeah, it's enjoyable.
Dude, do you guys ever play it as a team, or is this like solo?
We actually played it as a team. Yes.
Dude, the big CS division is about to make it huge in Rematch. It's happening. Dude, that's fine. I actually like looking at the Steam library, bro. I guess for you within the team, how's the vibe? Because, big at Cologne, it's always a big deal, man. The German team, like, you want them to do well.
Yeah, the vibe is pretty good. It's the biggest tournament for us this year, for sure. It's like a dream come true if we, make it far in this tournament, make players play in front of our fans, our community, So, we're just looking forward to play, and most importantly, play the best version of our Counter-Strike and show what we're capable of, and just enjoy it.
All right, there's a pretty tall task ahead of Big right now. They've got to turn this series around. Their opening game versus FaZe Clan. It all started on Inferno, and FaZe pulled up to play. That was Big's pick. Lost to FaZe. Now we arrive on Ancient. The FaZe Clan pick in this series, they're the ones eyeing up a 2-0. It was a strong start from Carrigan and Rain, and then finished off beautifully by Frozen down the tail end of that opening map.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get some more mileage out of those three.
You feel like FaZe have it in them, right? That was big statistical best map. That was one of FaZe's weaker ones, and now we go to a more comforting place for FaZe. Onto this T side with the deep donut smoke to give them some mid control. Quite a stack for Big with 2A, 2 donut, hoping FaZe come their way. They might not be wrong. Clocks make it into red. And Brokey gets destroyed by an HE and A main. That's a bomb spotted as well. He's going to rotate forward. Was this all part of the plan here for FaZe? Because they're scaling up B as we speak. Rain taking that space into the empty bomb site and the bomb coming all the way around. FaZe have that point of rotation near cut off by a Liege. Frozen trying to sell this fake still. This is all over the place, but it looks good for FaZe.
They're going to have that free routing, sure. But still, if they lose these isolated players,
they're in trouble.
All out of favor just in the numbers alone, right? You get that plant, sure, but now you need some ground. You have to try and fight for some control here, and that's what Rain's doing. Aggressive up through short. They've lost Carrigan on that flank up through heaven, and so Rain and Brokey have got to do it. Down to this 1v3 as it begins. Brokey finds the first, but he's low on health. Every shot has to hit for Brokey. No second chances, and that defuse stuck. He can't win it. Big pull up, and they're going to secure themselves another pistol. That's every single one in this series. No departure from their successes on Inferno. They're at least a safe pair of hands in these opening rounds of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Need to convert them as well, though. FaZe buying up, as you would expect, off a bomb plant. They got AKs in last time. They do something similar here, dropping more guns over to a Liege, and to Brokey, I think, was taking it. No, Frozen instead. So FaZe still armed and dangerous in this second round. Big have to be careful. I do like these buys for FaZe.
Oh dear. Well, that's the kill that's going to entice them. And that one might just give it all away. Liege continued aggression, had Frozen holding from afar. That's going to keep it in FaZe's favor. And Big are already saving. This is a bit of a departure from the norm. Nice. Big not able to stick the landing up against the partial buy from FaZe.
Nice to see those AKs just taking the openers, because when we had it on Inferno, although it's harder with all the util and the way, it was pistols and Galils going first for FaZe on this round, but they just send in an AK up ramp, finds a pick, then a Liege runs in, gets his kill, and that's exactly what you'd want to see in a round like that for FaZe. Putting your best guns forward. Double opener, that's a round win. And Big don't even get the conversion. In fact, it gets worse. So they're going to have to do this from behind immediately on FaZe's map pick. Terrorists win. Question, of course, for FaZe is how deep can they go, right? Can they make it, of course, into stage 2, but then the Lanxess. And it's hard to tell from a game where they beat up on Big, but at least if FaZe can feel like they're playing good CS off the top, I think that's what matters, right? Just as how I said last game, you know, it's for Big to feel like they had a chance. I don't even think they could say that after Inferno, but if FaZe come in confident and break off that curse of having to play every single game in a group stage and getting the last spot for playoffs like they have in so many tournaments, I want to see FaZe actually blitz through a groups for once. This is the start of something. Carrigan double opener in the cave. Oh dear. Who threw that? They naded cave. FaZe drop into this donut take. And there's no hope in this round, even though Crimbo's been a bit of a rock for Big. He is but one man.
Yeah, tries his best, but it's not good enough. Just the SMG and run out by all the FaZe clan through donut. There's not really much you could have hoped to do there. And so here's FaZe outdoing their Inferno performance, getting on the board even earlier. Streaking these rounds together now. And I think dead on, it's, you know, the Counter-Strike that FaZe have been playing has felt very, very nice, right? I know Big have had some pitfalls here. And, you know, at times they've kind of made their own bed in this series. But I think FaZe have had some really nice reactions. They're very decisive. They're on the same page.
Want some difficult rounds to win, you know, some post plants, 2v4s. Multiple players having multi-kill rounds, many of them from Carrigan, from Rain.
Yeah, it's also
a reassuring
just like
beginning.
Getting the thing that's been nice, I think it's been a very tidy game for the most part, but you still had some of those like quintessential FaZe Clan clutch rounds in there, or the, you know, the Carrigan madness multi-kills to open up. But outside of those moments, the games felt very tight from FaZe.
Easy cave control with the Bowler Molly, and they throw a further one just to push Big back. Oh, he ticked on the Molotov as well. Carrigan heard that, so they're going to clear this corner. These cave nades are not looking pretty, but the MAC-10 makes it easy as FaZe scale forward on this B-bomb site. They are going to convert on their victory. And a round of grenades. And nothing big can do here. Leech just looking to scrub him. Or try. That's all you can do. What are you here for, QB? What are you going to get? Just a reassuring beginning to the game here for FaZe. Terrorists win. And you know, of course, Harry, we have another matchup after this. It's going to be Pain versus Liquid, and I only want to talk about it now because of the potential game we could get, which is just fun narratively more than anything. Of course, if Liquid win that matchup, they will face the winner of this, which right now looks like FaZe. So to think that last Cologne, we had Liquid FaZe for the final playoff spot. You'll remember that 11-1 comeback on Mirage. Yep. To get them into the Lanxess, and now we could have Liquid FaZe just to make it to stage 2. Oh, how they've fallen. But of course, Liquid still need to battle through Pain to get there. And that is no easy opener for them either with their recent form. FaZe up the pace on this B hit now.
Oh, it's a good hold from JDC. Been waiting for him to arrive in this series, and finally he has his round. Spent all of that opening map getting bullied on Banana. Struggled to get the ball rolling here on Ancient straight away, but that is a beautiful 3K from JDC.
Yeah, I tested. Brokey has looked shaky on the AK today. That's you know, he's had some impactful rounds. He's had a couple of orb shots here and there. He's not looked like a liability for FaZe, but just his POV in some of these gunfights just not really tracking perfectly. So having some struggle, completely getting back to it. But not the end of the world yet. Just something to keep an eye on. Nice hold on the B side for Big. Fearless through the smoke with the Molotov. Oh, careful! They're all there. All bang avoided. Orb flashed off Donut, hyped, still repeaks. Double red. Leech ain't buying it. Oof, what a shot for Tabson. Just instant headshot. No chance for a Leech. The bomb will creep up on A.
Offense is very split right now for FaZe. They're going to try and turn this into an A split. They've got to get past the AWP in Donut and Kyubi with this SMG up close on main. And even then, it's going to be down to the wire here on this split. That clean entry will go a long way. The hyped AWP gets boxed in on that push out through Donut. Crimbo tries to make a stand. That's going to get them off the plant, gets them off the bomb. Brokey falls. Carrigan's got a clutch. 1v2 rolled out in front of him. There's a player on this backstab trying to close the distance, but Tabson's missed the window. Carrigan gets out, lives to fight another day. Just eludes capture for a moment. And on the wings of the captain, can Carrigan provide one shy of that clutch? Big battle back into it, and JDC able to rise up and deny Carrigan the satisfaction of that 1v2.
Yeah, very scary for Big, but just getting there in time, right? Carrigan knowing he has to stick that bomb in that moment with the smoke down CT, and JDC scaling quick to avoid the headshot angle, which felt like Carrigan's best option on low health after his kill on Tabson. Important trade. It doesn't matter how you got there, it just matters that you did for Big, winning a crucial gun round on the CT side to stop FaZe's roll. A very uncomfortable A-hold where QB just gets clotheslined by Frozen and Hyped, picks the wrong side to fight, and gets trapped in Donut. But Big bail themselves out. What's a switch up for FaZe? Will they just keep it basic? We've seen rounds where they just try and storm into B ramp. Looks like an A attack. To laid out middle, Elige smokes that Molotov. And FaZe takes space towards A main.
Good early damage on the util, but QB running a real risk of getting caught here. Drops in that molly. FaZe will respect it. Carrigan on his mid-lurk finds the opening kill for FaZe Clan and gets them control over red. It's another A-split, but this time different pathing, different routing. Flung out through the spawn thanks to Carrigan. FaZe will get this control, and this time they have a far safer route to that bomb plant.
Great positions as well with that open plant, with a player in spawn. I don't know how Big is supposed to win this. They have to come through with a crossfire on both sides. This is, yeah, looking too far gone. I think Big agree. I like the call to save here. Just too much control for FaZe with that red control taken, with the bomb plant so quick. Even though FaZe had no blocking util, Big won't even take a look at that round. QB right now just being punished on this A-bomb site, gets one out, but FaZe hot on the trade. Decisive T-side rounds coming out of FaZe right now.
I mean, it's just a great time to bring something like that in, right? Like, been a little more tempered over towards mid. In the early stages of this, it's been a lot more about that lane fight, right? Always kind of keeping nades in reserve, like nading open the cave smoke. We saw them do that the round prior to last. They've been very, very focused on trying to uproot this control over the lane. And so then the util gets stripped back a little bit, right? You don't have all the mollies to go for that control. You don't have the nades. In fact, Big have way more than you on that side of the map. So instead, they redirect. They go far faster out through mid, disrespecting the smoke, disrespecting the molly. Play through it and very, very quickly take the space away for a Big that have kind of been used to having this path to rotate through the back line, constantly shuffling around this defense. That was a huge problem area, a big issue for them to lose that so decisively at the hands of Carrigan. And it leaves them with a round they don't even attempt. The save from Big as FaZe move back into the lead.
Oh, the nade stops that quick jump. Oh, and, well, the bullets will do even better. Elige bams Crimbo in the mid-smoke. And FaZe already start this round off on easy mode, making no secret of their A main control. Hyped now having to hold A with that AWP. Big have heard spamming on both sides of the map. They know FaZe are outside of the B door. They know they're in A main. So Big can't really say anything is certain in this round. They have to play split 2-2 on either side.
Dude, I mean, if you're FaZe, if you're Karrigan right now, you feel like the whole playbook is open to you. You have this lane control, you've made noise in main, you could be teed up for a double pump fake. You can just try and work this control over towards B and kind of see the results they get away with. There's so much open a FaZe clan here.
Yeah, Big have to make a move.
This looks going to be aggression down through ramp, but look who's got eyes on it. Karrigan, right place, seemingly on the right time, but makes noise on the fallback, and that's when Big move in. Just one for Tabson.
They know they've gambled right at least.
Still, it's 2v4 for these players in the site. It's the right lean, but it's far from an easy round for Big. QB can't hold on, and Hyped only just arriving on this AWP, spammed to death. A round he might not have ever even attempted. I think that was just posturing. He was already there, so why not give it a look in? Hyped wanted to hold on to that AWP.
2 rounds in a row where Hyped has just been unfortunately positioned, shall we say. He started B on that mid-take from a Legion to the A split. Now he starts middle, and after FaZe get this kill, there's no reason to go mid. They can just play their bomb sites, and Hyped is forced into A. So back-to-back lack of impact from the AWP, but he didn't get a chance. And now FaZe just get to pull him apart. 5v4 insta. And just pistols to play with here for Big. I fear a dominant T side here for FaZe right now. Not seeing a lot of staying power from Big. Karrigan jump scared.
I mentally tabbed out of that round.
Whoa. But all is fine here. 5 alive. Brokey gets his ecos. And we were in a similar position back on Inferno, where you have to say Big got to start now or maybe never. These games run quick in MR12. No second chances for Big. FaZe explosive out middle.
Karrigan at the helm, tried to open, but Elige was there.
That's it. Like,
headed to him, playing that trade. And
you
so
could call the round here, honestly. You couldn't call the round. Like, FaZe have so much util to replenish in CT.
Big just feel like they're hemorrhaging rounds, though. And I think it's that desperation that is going to draw them in to attempt this one.
They need smoke spam.
If this was any earlier in the game, if the scoreline wasn't so desperate.
Look at it.
But Big, after getting battered on the approach, they decide that they will opt out and just try and keep these 4 guns in play.
And the worst part is, it's the right call. There's no way they were going to win that round. It felt like, look, by the time the molly fades, the bomb's half gone, if not more. And FaZe have so much control. They have Donut, Temple, Main. They're on the boost. So Big, nothing to do with that one after losing a quick rush out middle. A great tempo change for FaZe in this gun round. They play really slow default on the anti-ecos, then they just charge out middle. And a 1-2 punch from Karrigan and Elige. I'm surprised QB even gets one there. His shadow gave him away.
I mean, dude, you know, Elige, always the perfectionist. Even in this winning game, you see these moments of frustration because I think he's felt like there's moments where he could do even more. But tethering him to Karrigan is kind of great because Karrigan's playing a very in-your-face, very active brand of Counter-Strike right now. He's trying to take as many opening fights as he can. And so just plop Elige in the sidecar, have him run with Karrigan. And the space keeps getting made for FaZe.
It's not even a sidecar. It's like one of those bicycles where like you can both cycle.
Bike,
yeah, they're at a tandem bike. And Elige, he may be at the back, but he's still pedaling, Harry. He's doing one wheel. Karrigan's got the other. And they're riding over Big's face right now, 7-3. And at least Big save 4 guns. They can try it again.
I don't see anything.
You're playing so fucking good.
I agree.
That was Karrigan's note to self that we just heard.
9-7, top fragging.
Words of affirmation for Karrigan.
Live it. And yeah, if I'm Big, I don't want to fight for middle. Because FaZe have punished you every time. QB's had trouble. Even when he's taken one, it hasn't always felt like enough. And he won't even get that this time.
Dude, I mean, because you're just trying to like delay these fights as well. You're not winning any of them. Big are just dumping all their util off the top of the round.
Oh, they missed their smoke. There's a chance.
No, with Frozen here, there isn't. There might be no chance. Double Molly. Carrigan closes the distance. And it's only JDC. Now, he is further forward than they're ready for. That kill's going to come for free, but that element of surprise now gone for JDC. And the bomb in tow with it, going to run away.
That's so rude from Brokey.
They have him boxed in. He literally can't leave. And so that plant at the B site feels fully safe for FaZe Clan.
He's retaking, but he knows that bomb's left at this point. He's just looking for the kills on the stragglers. Who's hung around? Carrigan in the corner, and JDC doesn't clear it. So that is FaZe running away with this game, 8-3. The pace of this team.
I mean, dude, it's such a brutal double-edged sword for Big. They don't have the confidence in their fights. The plays, whenever they've made them, have felt a little disjointed. The few times they've tried, and now it feels like they're trying to just not fight. They're dumping a lot of this early util. They had smokes down in mid, smoke over towards B, full lane util, blanketing that side of the map.
And not even.
But then also with how often this has come down to like man advantage post plants for FaZe, you need that util. It's so valuable when you get to the late round.
There's no mid rounds available, Harry, because the rounds end at the beginning.
You get the end. There is no middle,
and that's kind of tandem, the start and the finish. In a kill or two on this A site, Big will have only 2 players here yet again. QB in a new position. Needs to get something from this one. They're going to punish him. They spam him. It forces the swing, but he gets a double kill. Great hold for QB. It has to be enough. Big have to hold their own. Hyped headshot by Elige through the smoke break. More damage, and Big are just getting peppered here. The flank is coming in. Big need to live to allow JDC to play.
He's on a great timing. MP9 up close. Gotta go. The distance is going to keep on growing. JDC holds off for a second. And will that moment where he's tried to get the timing a little bit better, has that betrayed him, because Elige gets gone on in time and JDC's flank will amount to nothing. That's what Big were waiting for. That was meant to be their golden ticket back into this retake. And it falls by the wayside. Big, a man down, wounded on Crimbo, looking for 4 on the half, and they can't get this first incision. Crimbo is the last man standing, and as good as this guy's been, finding the mileage in this clutch just won't happen. FaZe are teed up to deal with him, and it is a clean, concise half from FaZe Clan, seeing them through 9-3 on their pick of Ancient. Convincing stuff from FaZe here to open up their play-in run. Still a ways away from knowing truly if they're back. But one thing you can say for certain is that Big are not. They are trailing in this series. The tournament that means everything to the German organization. This would be a very rough way to start.
Well, it may be up for debate still, Harry, but you are still calling it a run. So maybe jumping the gun on that one. Maybe you're right on time here as FaZe look to make quick work of their opening BO3, going on to face a winner of Liquid Pain in the follow-up. That's our next game, and we may be there pretty shortly if FaZe keep us to schedule. Fast for Big, exploding out cave, blocked by the FaZe smoke. Will Big still go through? Yes, they will. Carrigan.
They've gone right past Carrigan.
Retake.
He's traded places with them.
Just wait, guys. Wait the smokes. This is very uncomfortable. There's not a lot of positions. Big have to swing long.
Got to try and take the space. Flash through the smoke. Heads up stuff to go for this control, but 3 players on the corner. Big still trading this out. It's the turn from Frozen. And his quick double that brings FaZe into this pistol round. They don't get past Hyped. Frozen whittles down to absolute ramp. Can't compose himself for that second fight. And so Hyped with a big pistol.
And that's still every single pistol in this series coming up for Big. They've just been merchants of these opening rounds. We finally saw them fell to the second back on this map. They can't afford to have that happen again. It may not be a factor if FaZe just decide to take the eco and maximize their gun rounds, though.
Yeah, a big cooked if they've won every pistol, but total in this series haven't won a map yet. If you add together all their rounds thus far, that's kind of rough.
Yeah. I got nothing. Well, this is their chance late in the day to make something happen of this series, but I feel like I've said that a couple of times. I mean, this is FaZe after all. It was never going to be easy. Simply done. Frozen. Not much room to hide here. And Crimbo will snuff him out. So Big, 1 casualty is just fine. And as we go 9-5, it's time for FaZe to check in, clock in for a full buy round.
That also means the easy street is over for Big.
Welcome to Hard Street. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Raining cave. Now that is traditional. Oh. They won't come through.
I don't trust anyone to get past the rain in this position.
Yeah, I don't like that QV's on low health and just standing here because Rain's going to wallbang you. He's going to smoke spam you. Get out. Death is dodged, or at least delayed. Big. It's just going to be an execute onto B. There's only 1 player here. As FaZe attack middle together, they might get a nice flank timing on Heaven. But I'd like to see at least one of these 4 players rotate quick CT and support this B bomb site. Roki makes his move now alongside Carrigan. Rain calls them over as FaZe will not flank. They're going to meet the full entourage of Big. What?
Okay, Rain lends a helping hand. It looked like that was going to be the death of Carrigan. Still might be just a little bit later. Carrigan low on health here, out on an island, just tries to play the long game. Flashed in instead, but he can't catch QB on the site cross. And so for now, Big make out with a bomb plant. 2 versus 3 to try and close, and JDC creeps up close over on long. Low health on Carrigan. He'll finish the job that QB started. 2 more players around the long side though, and Elige locked in and ready for those fights.
Yeah, and again, what can you ask of Big in that position? I feel like they played it the best they could. They traded contact nicely. JDC swings off his teammate, and Elise just headshots them both. Simply done in that post bar. Nice active mid-round for FaZe to re-clear middle. And Rain bails his team out by swinging on the long side as Big go contact into B behind the smoke. Just looking too easy for FaZe right now. Knowing when to slow down and when to speed up, and that was the answer of the T side of Ancient. With some really quick A hits towards the end. Mid taken, Brokey supplements with utility. And Big again just look to pop into this B bomb site. Oh, can't even do that. Oh, there it is. It's only a matter of time.
The Rain cave spam.
Oh, they're so blind.
Line up for Brokey.
So
his own flash, no less. And well, JDC, this is where he started his round. This is where it's going to end as well. Waiting at elbow. That's the first smoke down in mid, and it's only just faded as JDC gets to come through in a 1v4. It's a nice shot to open. But now they know where he is. FaZe actually want to just keep bringing the fight. They go swinging out through cave. They're not feeling concerned. There's no worry about JDC in this, what was a 4v1. Brokey's AWP on the line makes it so. It's kept nice and clean.
Brokey just freed up on that CT side, able to go where he wants. Supports mid with util, runs back B, hits a perfect flash, grabs the AWP, closes the round with his teammate, set up to trade him if not. What else can you ask for here if you're FaZe? Another 5v3. The Big just try and scamper back into, unsuccessful. And I feel for QB in this game. He's been challenged on A numerous times. He's the one to get wall banged here as well.
Big have won 4 gun rounds in this entire series.
Oh, don't say that. Okay, but German D's.
The pistols are out. Can't argue with the numbers. It's where Big do their best work. Oh, and watch them win it. From nowhere. Literally from nowhere.
Does this count as a gun round?
No expectation. I don't know what this counts as.
It counts. It goes on the board, that's for sure. 2v2. JDC needs to be pinpoint. Low health, no armor. QB up close. It's the same round. But Big, they're just going to get spammed. And that makes it a lot worse.
Oh no, they both picked up guns. It's over. Oh no, QB's just rolling with the deagle. Respect. QB land the dink and gets out. Frozen so low on health. The deagles are what's required for... Oh, don't chase the M4. QB, don't do it, man. He's lost the round. He chased the M4, lost the round. Well, it was a damn good try, and pistols are the friends of Big. But defuses are not. That is stuck right under QB's nose.
The worst part about that is QB doesn't peek because he's low. He's just hoping he can call the fake and that Frozen will fight him because he's confident. But Frozen uses that against him. Frozen's also low. He doesn't want the fight. He doesn't want the smoke. He just gets that stick in QB's face. 3 kills deep on a German D ground. And a question of what if for Big. That's all it will be. Thank you very much.
Carrigan with the German. We promised you at some point.
It's not even necessary. They're already dead. It's 12-5. It's map 2. He just wants to practice his German. When in Cologne. And FaZe coming through with a confident display on day 1. If
Carrigan
nothing else.
Pulling up to the Big funeral in the clown costume to get that last laugh.
Oh, yeah. It's a true hater right there. Carrigan's had a great series. Everyone really has for FaZe. No weak link. Ooh, yoink. And the mid-man of Big taken out of the picture early, so Hyped will have a go with the AWP instead. This could be a kill. It's very tight jiggles for Carrigan. I'm not sure how much it's going to move his model here. It's going to walk into the AWP. And so Big with a shot.
I mean, look, for fans of German Counter-Strike in this trying time, we'll do something for you. You can claim Carrigan as your own.
Good reposition for a Liege. Is he going to force the kill or beckon them in to his cave? The AWP holds the backside. Hyped with an impact round right now. Looks good right now for Big.
Nice stuff for QB. There's the follow-up. And Spam connects onto Rain.
That's 5 gun rounds, Harry, in the series.
Was that meant to sound better?
Nope, I'm just telling you the facts. Nice patient round for Hyped as well. Really doesn't jump the gun on any of his fights. Lets the kills come to him. As FaZe just wanted to finish the job. But it's going to take at least one more. And right now, FaZe have no money on this CT side. So just Brokey's AWP.
Terrorists win.
We can just rush out, no?
I mean, we've seen how Big can replicate that success. They have a broken buy to go up against. That saved Brokey AWP. Gonna have to do the heavy lifting here for FaZe Clan.
They have no right to win this round, and that's exactly the round that FaZe do well in.
Yeah, you know, the pressure's kind of off in a round like this. You all want to make a play. You all feel the freedom to do so, especially with the lead they're sporting.
That should have been a 4v4 right there. QB, very nice turn, but definitely whiffed by the 5-7s. I'm scared about the bomb. Why am I scared? Why? Oh, God.
Don't worry, though, because for some reason, FaZe just can't use the 5-7, so it's kind of working out right now.
Oh, that almost went horribly wrong.
Still hanging around.
They really want the smoke CT because of the Brokey AWP, but it's in middle instead. Tabson crosses
They
out.
have the info at least, right? Now they're like, okay, CT smoke can wait. We'll throw it on the fly. Don't need to worry about the AWP in CT at least. It's in mid. Oh, no, wait. It's actually in CT. We had thought it was the whole time. Smoke comes in. Brokey quick on the reposition. He's been very decisive in these moves. And it's left him in a great spot. They have no idea he can be this close so early. Gets here quietly as well, but there's the spot from main. And that's huge info for Big.
I'm scared.
Carrigan on the board with one. Brokey hears them dropping down, but he can't deal with Crimbo.
Phew. Really? That's all I've got to say? Phew. If FaZe had P250s, if they had MP9s, I think that's a very different round. 5-7s don't look too good in their hands. And Big avoid an embarrassing way to lose a series. It felt like it was there many times. Because, I mean, that should be an AK at 4v4. They could have found the bomb in
like
middle.
one of the pistol goats as well.
Yeah. It can feel hard when you're spamming it at range, for sure. Oh,
the bomb is on the AWP here.
It's fine.
Potential for things to get weird. But it will get contained.
All good. 4-round difference now. But this is the 4-buy we've been waiting for from FaZe after force buy round the AWP and an eco. This is where FaZe are saying in TeamSpeak, all right, let's close this now. No more funny business. Triple mid, back to the setup that worked early, leaving A open, calling Big's bluff on that site. Big with a very pacey control towards Cave. Rain does get out despite being full blind. And the Orb looks for a pick on the boost. Karrigan right now refusing to give it over.
This is good ground for Crimbo. Gonna try and play ahead of that smoke in at the top of ramp. They're not ready for it. Double entry from Crimbo, who plays it aggressive ahead of the FaZe clan util. Big collect. Move into a nearly empty B site now. Just Brokey, who's trying to put some distance between himself and Big.
Still a lurker. FaZe will have to fight for survival here.
I mean, that's just a nice heads-up play from Crimbo. That's the type of play that I think Big have been a little bit slow to make in this game. It's also that comes with like the territory of how one-sided these games have felt against them, right? You kind of don't want to overstep. You don't want to be that first domino to fall, but it makes sense that it's Crimbo the one to do it. He recognizes he's caught that timing with the smoke coming down.
It's also supplemented, right? He has teammates spamming on the wood wall. He has the Orb boosted holding long. He had like that's a set play for Big to get Crimbo into the position. The only thing he needs to worry about is the default position and short, but more so just default than anything. And finds Karrigan swinging out. He doesn't expect to play it close, follows up onto Rain on default. There's nowhere else that that FaZe can be because wallbang on short. So nice play from Big out of spawn just to catch FaZe off guard and win a gun round simply. And suddenly, this game's not over. 4 rounds in a row for Big. Felt all wrapped up. But they once again put FaZe on pistols.
Because FaZe haven't had to really worry about a round like that yet, you know, you could kind of feel it. They were a little bit slow in the ramp clear. Because I think a part of them just believes Big don't have the balls to make a play like that when 1 round is the difference between winning or losing this game.
If Big start getting the balls to like call an A rush in these last 3 rounds, that might catch FaZe off guard. I feel FaZe haven't been playing the A site on this map, on the CT side. They've been giving it open completely. They don't think Big would risk it because it is a risk. And it looks like Big might just take it. More default, 2 and 2 with JDC guarding middle. They're going to set the AWP up in A main. They're faking this site right now. They are faking it hard, and FaZe are biting. Rotating a 3rd player over as QB comes through the smoke. Yoink! And now Big can freeze, and again, Hype posts up, lets the kills come to him. I'm liking the calling.
Last time Hyped was patient like this with the AWP. It was Elige. He punished on a jiggle. But Elige has more options this time for how to go about getting that info on main. Doesn't have to swing in to that AWP. It's a double up in mid for FaZe. Frozen and Brokey here. That's both the rifles. Brokey's very suspicious about Heaven with that earlier kill on a Karrigan. He holds on for it. That's QB in the kill feed. That's the player they know about. Presence of a second man there in Crimbo might be unexpected for FaZe. In the downtime, Big have set their sights on this A play. That's an awkward miss from Hyped. Maybe an unforgivable one. Crimbo's even fired off. They've lost this player in the backline, or at least his element of surprise. There's the backstab out of Rain. It's only Tabson left standing, and he's real clean with it for the first 2. Can Tabson keep the dream alive for Big? Or will this comeback get cut down here and now? FaZe pull up, lock Tabson out of the clutch, and they'll secure the victory. A little more tiresome, a bit more of a struggle on Ancient than they were hoping for. But all in all, it's a strong start from FaZe in the play-in. With Brokey back in the lineup, things look good in this opening match.
Yeah, Big showing some nice T rounds at the end of things, but you all feel like it just starts too late for Big in this series with all the pistols, but none of the glory, none of the maps. FaZe start strong in Cologne and look to go through to stage 2.